Hello, everyone. Welcome to a new show, the best and worst 11 all time. We're going to make this a four-man show because Roy's got work stuff to do. So we shall fix that immediately. Anyways, welcome, DX, and thank you for putting this list together, my friend.
That's okay.
And
Hopefully,
by the
Win
way,
added a few to it.
Mighty Win, you're talking to
They've,
us.
they've just actually put me right on where everything is that I need to be looking at.
Hey,
Oh
Mighty
man,
Win, you're even in all. Let's have your views. It's on the private chat, mate, not on the public chat.
all right.
So there we go. We're already starting. We're a little bit. See, that's we gotta concentrate.
Already.
Concentrate, mate. Concentrate. Anyways, welcome everybody. I want to thank, of course, Antagonist and Jordan for becoming um a member, the ultimate member, the highest tier. So I appreciate you, my friend. Also, Anne. I want to get her name right though. Anne Tune Army rejoined the membership, as well as Rock the Tune. Steve, that helps, comes in and does the show on Wednesdays, the Talk of the Tune Worldwide. Well, he become a member as well. So welcome all those three folks, and thank you for your support. And if you're new out there and or like our content, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the like, and of course, if you can, become a member and support the channel. And and of course, again, give us your like if you don't mind. It helps us to grow the channel. We were just doing a live watch along of Liverpool and Atalanta on the on I guess you could say my personal channel, but this is everybody's channel now. So that one is going to be more for obviously everything else. We did the Liverpool game. We're going to probably do a game again this weekend of the Premier League, maybe a game that's important or a good watch. So subscribe to that one, help us out, and I'll throw the link in at the end of the show. But today, ladies and gents, we have to do our best 11 ever and our worst 11 ever. So the list was put together by DX. So anybody that's missing or not accurately, blame him. But no, I'm
I
playing.
don't. I want to Win to do all the stuff that was pre 1980, sort of
Yeah.
90.
Yeah. So we have no older players. This is all new.
No, there are some.
Oh,
I
yeah,
did.
there's one or two in.
Yeah.
I
Well, you
did.
got
I did
two
some
here, you got-
research.
yeah.
I did some
There we
research.
go.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. So I mean, we got managers as well. We're gonna be picking managers. So stay tuned for that. And Hyde Mighty Mag, of course, antagonizing Jordy, Christian Bacedas, the Mighty Win, Josh Toon Army from Philly. Everybody's chatting it up there in the comment section down below. All right, so I guess we can get started. Let's not waste any time. Do you guys want to start with our best or worst?
I think best.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can start with our
Let's
best.
start on a high.
All right, and then we start with the goalkeeper or the manager. We can leave the manager for last, however you guys want to do it.
Give the manager for last, eh?
All right, well that
And
works.
see and see which one we think would best be able to manage the team that we pick,
Handle the
That
egos.
makes sense. That makes sense. All right,
or even who could who could the badliest. What the hell's the word I'm looking for?
Badliest.
the worst.
Who
That would be a word. The
who could
worst.
most
Badliest is
badly
good.
handle the worst team.
All right, so I guess we can start with the list that we got right here. The best goalkeepers, as far as the best team is concerned, we obviously got Shea Given. We got Pavel Cernicek. We got Shaka Hislop, which one of my favorite ones, maybe because I see a lot of them on TV. Steve Harper, Tim Kroll. He was good.
Right.
He was good
All
for a couple of
time.
seasons. I threw him
Oh,
in.
man.
He's
Jimmy
all right.
Lawrence, Nick Pope, and Martin Dubravka.
Do you remember
All
Tim
right.
Poole from Europe?
And immediately to that list, we need to add the
And Jimmy Lawrence. I put Jimmy Lawrence in there.
We've got Jimmy Lawrence there, all-time record appearances. But we need to also add Ronnie Simpson, who
Okay.
was our goalkeeper in the 52-55 Cup finals, and then went to Celtic, where
Okay.
he won a European Cup winners medal.
We're only
Right.
judging him on what he did at Newcastle, right?
Yeah, exactly. Newcastle.
Well, two FA
well,
Cups.
that made no sense. So in that case, what's his name that played for Arsenal or Tottenham forever and then came to the tune as well?
So-
What was his name?
Oh, no, I was thinking of Sol Campbell. You could have him as like
Oh, yeah, Sol Campbell, wasn't it? The one that the Tottenham
played for
player.
Arsenal and Tottenham.
Yeah, nice career at Tottenham, but at Newcastle, he was.
Well, he was past it when we got him money.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, okay, let's get started then. So, best goalkeepers again: Shea Given, Pavel Cernicek, Shaka, Steve Harper, Tim Kroll, Jimmy Lawrence, Nick Pope, Martin Dubravka, Ronnie Simpson. I mean, anybody not going to vote Shea Given here? I mean, it's.
I'm going to vote Shea Given.
Well, I'm going to vote Shea Given simply because, I watched his whole career.
Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
Gary, I saw your email. I didn't have a chance to respond, so I'll get to you, my brother. No worries. And also, Harpo Kelsey, email me.
There's Bassett. That's the Mackerman.
Hey, Harpo, email me at nufcinsiders.com at gmail.com. I'll send it to you right now. Email me real quick because you told me you wanted to have an opportunity to be on the show, so let me know. We're always looking for people for different shows, etc. But anyways, so go on, Mighty Wayne. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying Christian Bassett, the Mackerman's in there. His
No,
best
but
11 of
he's not a Macker,
Dubravka,
man.
Jan Matt.
Yeah, Matt.
Yeah, Matt.
Suso,
It wasn't too bad.
and then he's sticking a few good ones in.
Dubravka's better than Shea Given. Good lad.
But I think we're pretty much going to go for Shea Given, aren't we? I think Ronnie Simpson deserves an honourable mention.
Absolutely, he does.
Because he was the first. There's a question for all the listeners to have a go at. Ronnie Simpson was the first of 15 players to date who have left Newcastle, having played for them, and gone on to win either a European Cup or a Champions League.
Yeah.
There's 15 now players who. I'm not talking about players who've won it and come and then played for Newcastle. I'm talking about started their careers at Newcastle.
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily started their careers, but played for Newcastle, then moved on and won a Champions League or European Cup elsewhere.
Nice. We're throwing him
so
Lawrence as well.
Shea Given is going to be. We're going to give him the green light here.
We should mention Jimmy Lawrence though because he's got the club appearance record. So
appearance record, and Ronnie Simpson, who went on to win a European Cup, as well as winning, of course,
listen, man,
the last.
Just give him your vote.
The last 2 trophies that we ever picked up. Domestic.
Listen, man. Just give him your vote. You've already.
That was my vote.
I've gone with Shea. Oh, you've gone with Jimmy Lawrence.
Yeah.
Well, you've gone.
No, everyone passed over me.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Well, I'll go for Simpson then.
Oh, I'll go for Shea Given. Oh my God, we got 3 different.
So now I have to bet. Listen, man. Stop. This is I don't know what's going on here with all this sugar coating stuff. If you want something or somebody, vote for it. Vote for him. Stop saying I'm going to vote for Shea Given, but I want to vote for the player
Paul's
you want.
Jimmy
Damn
Lawrence.
I went straight for it. I didn't say anything.
There we go. No,
Jimmy
the old man. I don't know what games he's trying to play. Vote who you ever want to vote for, man. And now I'm the tiebreaker. I'm just gonna say I see this and this. You can't get blinded. I like Shaka, but Shea Given's done amazing, probably more amazing work. It may be just the teams that he was on. But you have to say Shea Given. So I'll break that tie, and Shea Given is going to be the best goalkeeper right now.
Wow.
Good
shout. Like it.
There we go. All right. Now we go to center back. We got a center backs. So the list that we got right now is Jonathan Woodgate. But you get to pick 2 though. So you got to pick 2. Jonathan Woodgate, Philippe Albert. That's good pronunciation. Steve Howie. Steve Howie is good, but all right. Darren Peacock, Sylvain Destin, Fabian Schär, Sven Botman, Nikos Davisas, Andy O'Brien, Glenn Roeder, Fabrizio Coloccini, Bobby Mancour, and you have asking.
Well, I'm not sure if Joe Harvey played at centre back.
He did play a bit centre back, more DM though, but that's okay.
Okay.
But you also need to add Frank Brennan.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you on there?
I was born in '94, by the way, so I was like probably a 1-year-old watching some of these guys. I was sorry, actually, I was too busy maintaining my temperature in '94 and all that.
my
But
goodness.
okay, so I guess we get the big two. But
Frank Brennan. Anyone else?
Frank Brennan's the main one.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay, but if nobody's gonna vote for him, then just don't have to waste your time. But actually, you can keep this list because we might use it for future reference anyway. Because we're always doing.
Yeah.
All right. So okay. So listen, I'm gonna pick my Fabrizio Colocini is gonna be one of mine. He was just too unfortunate not to play in good teams, or I mean, some good teams, but not like freaking Steve Howe for a chance. He played a little bit for the Entertainers though. He was sent off, wasn't he? Steve Howe.
Colocini didn't play for the Entertainers.
Steve
Howe
Howe.
did. Yeah.
Come on, man. And then and I'll say Philippe Albert. I could have put Woodgate, man, but I like Colocini a lot. So, all right, Paul.
Well, Woodgate has to go in there. He has to. He
Yeah.
can't not. And
Yeah.
I agree with Gary. I think it's hard not to put Moncur in there. It's really hard not to. There are some amazing names on that list. There really are. But thinking of what Bobby Moncur did for the club, it'd be sacrilege not to put him in there. So that's my two.
Ooh.
Woodgate and Moncur.
Yeah, it's a bit, Glenn Roeder too,
Yeah.
man. But
I
somebody
concur with Monker, and
Hey.
and I'm going to go with Woodgate and Monker as well.
Yeah,
and I'm going with Woodgate and Moncur as well.
Yeah, it's too. It's just
Wow.
you can't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's tough not to. But Philippe Albert though, man, he's good.
Yeah, he was
All
a
right.
good player.
Yeah. Definitely honourable mention.
Oh yeah.
Fabian Shaw, a great player, but
No.
Yeah, I mean,
No,
that
this
whole
is
list is full of, absolute
whole time.
legends of Newcastle. All of them.
dream players.
Okay,
Yeah.
so DX, you're the one that.
No, I'm going with the same. I'm going with Monker and
Okay.
Woodgate. Yeah.
So I guess
three
those
of
get
us.
those get the votes. All right,
Yeah.
so we're going to right back. So best right backs, we got Kieran Trippier, Irvin Natras, Warren Barton, Aaron Hughes, David Craig, Matthew Debuchy,
Debuchy.
Bushi.
Andy Griffin, Steve Watson. Ooh, Steve Watson. Habib Beye
Habib
and
Bey.
Bill McCracken. Oh man,
Monday,
that's tough, too.
Tuesdays, Happy
Happy
Bay.
You can only pick
Wednesday,
one.
Thursdays, Happy Bay.
But you know what? Listen, man. I'm always gonna pick a friend of the channel. Always likes everything we post, and that's gonna be legend Warren Barton, who's coming back at the end of the season, by the way, to do a show. So even though Warren said I wouldn't put myself over Kieran Trippier, but I'll make the damn decisions on my damn vote. So I'll put him over Kieran Trippier. So for me, it's Warren.
Yeah, it's hard not to put Trippier in there.
Yeah,
it really is hard not to put him in there because his assist record is phenomenal. It's up there in the Premier League, record books for us, and what he has given to the team. I think it might be. I don't think it's going to be that controversial. I think Trips gets my vote.
Yeah. That nice by Gary Thomas saying that Bill McCracken. That's a
it's a fair vote.
Bill McCracken changed the face of football.
Offside rule, wasn't
because the old offside rule had to be changed because he found a way to. Well, he gets all the credit for it actually, but it was him and Colin Veitch between them who came up with the idea.
Yeah. Habib Beye did well for us too. Or Beye, sorry.
But I'm afraid I've got to go with Paul here. I think what Trips has done for this club in the last 3 years has been nothing short of remarkable. First of all, for agreeing to come here when we're in a relegation battle.
Hey, Veer's like Chris sucking up to his guest, man. Let's hope he doesn't pick Michael Owen on the show. No, but listen, Warren Barton. You're not gonna say Warren Barton.
We love Warren Barton.
We love Warren Barton.
No, he wasn't great, but he was decent.
No. He was.
Lovely
He got
guy, though.
invited to the show with him.
No, we're not going to show him the clip.
But meanwhile, back at the ranch,
All
Yeah.
for to agree to come here when we were in the dire straits that we were, and almost single-handedly start the revolution that happened.
Yeah.
Was just out of this world, and his he had those 3 dodgy performances when we know things weren't right and things, but apart from that, barely put a foot wrong. Never been injured until very recently.
Talking about Trippier, but
and so trips for me.
I'm going to play because I'm always very in the middle. Trippier did have some tough appearances this season, costly appearances.
He did, yeah.
So you got to put that in the balance. But so you guys are picking Trippier over everybody else.
Yeah.
All right.
I was actually going to go with Bill McCracken, to be honest. Just because I read up on him and I just thought he was
incredible. You could actually pick that whole Edwardian team.
Yeah.
You know what they did: three championships in the FA Cup, in the FA Cup final, 8 years out of 10. That team was just,
amazing.
It was the Man United of its day. If it hadn't been for the war, the First World War, Newcastle United would be now what Man United is.
Yeah.
The First World War just completely decimated the club. And Colin Veitch, actually, that I'm talking about there, Michael's erstwhile partner. I'm saying his partner.
Was he a left back?
He played just about everywhere on the team, literally. And there was only goalkeeper he didn't play. So he was Mr. Versatile. And then he went on to manage the club. And he did all sorts of other stuff outside of football and all. He was like just a...
are you... Who's
Leonardo da Vinci.
Who's Gooseberry? Is that you, DX? Your name on... Your name on the Excel sheet says Gooseberry.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. So if you don't mind highlighting the ones that we picked away...
I'll try.
Oh, you who's writing it down? Anybody writing it down?
I'm writing the
okay.
teams down.
That's good. So so we got back.
We got two trips, a Barton and a McCracken. So it's
trips.
It's a trips with an honourable mention for
for Steve Watson. Steve Watson.
I thought you would have gone for Irving Natras actually. Win, but that's interesting.
Well, when we were very lucky, 60s and 70s, very, very lucky. We started off we finished off the 60s with David Craig and Frank Clark. Another player who left Newcastle and went on to be a European Cup winner. And Craig and Clark were a fantastic fullback pairing. But that was very much in the era of 2-3-5. When it was 2 fullbacks, 2 wing backs, and a centre half, and then forward line, inside forward, centre forward, and wingers. So they took us through. They were a fantastic fullback pairing, probably the best in the league. And then we got Natras and Kennedy. They came through, replaced them, and they were absolutely superb as well. But that was at the time when McKeague was chairman. Sorry, McKeague wasn't chairman. He was a director then. Stan Seymour Jr. was chairman. And they were just a selling club. So anything that we produced that was anywhere near good went. So Natras went to Middlesbrough for what was then a record fee for a fullback, 450,000, I think it was at the time, which was a record fee for a fullback. And Kennedy, of course, number 3, went on to Liverpool and became the 3rd Newcastle player to leave Newcastle and go on to win a European Cup.
Wow.
So we had Natras and Kennedy for about 2 years, and they were absolutely superb.
Roy is he's got a work thing, I guess. So yes, he got a work thing. So please, folks, smash the likes. Please help us out. Hit the likes. I know there's people watching, 48 people. So 49 now. You know, not everybody. They only got 17 likes. So come on, let everybody hit the likes. Help us out, and that just help. It's free, and it helps us grow the channel. Helps us get more people. All right, let's
Press
move on.
Press the like button if you hate Sunderland.
There you go. Hey, that's a good way to do it. Press the like button if you hate Sunderland. Yes, sir. All right, let's move on to the next one. I don't know what my thing is. Yeah. So best left back. So we got John Beresford, Dan Burn.
Just give winner.
You can see where this is good.
Oh, this is not good, man. This is not going to be good right here.
Can you tell what it is yet?
This is not good. We got Frank Clark. Now that's a good one. Olivier Bernard, Jose Enrique. Well, he was just talking shite about one of our players.
Yeah,
he always talks shit about us, mate. He
good
fucking
player.
Robbie Elliott, Frank Hudspeth. I said he's right. Gary was telling Gary is showing his age right there, showing a few.
I tell you what, Tom's done a cracking job here, but he just sneaked Alan Kennedy in the bottom there. I know.
That's it. I heard you say his name.
Colin Veitch. How do you say his name? Veitch?
Colin Veitch.
Veitch.
And then Alan Kennedy is left backs. Now that's listen. Let me tell you something. If anybody picks Dan Burn, I'm ending this damn stream right now, because it would be. Everybody in everybody in this list is going to be rolling over in their graves, and not all have died anyway, but they'll still be rolling in their graves if you pick Dan Burn. Come on, man. Even Jose Enrique, who was just talking shit about it.
From blind.
But I will say, man, I really like Frank Clark though. But Paul, go.
Just looking at that list of names there. That's not a bad one on it. That's one position that we have always been blessed with a decent player. I mean, you know, the whole lot there.
One of them still gonna be in there.
Quality.
All right. Well, I'm gonna say Frank Clark. I'm gonna go way back in time. What was it? 70s? Did he play? He played Newcastle 70s,
60s, and 70s. Yeah.
There we go. So, yep. I'm gonna say Frank Clark, but anybody else, Paul?
Bernard for me. That's my pick. Yeah. Fantastic player.
Hey, somebody said Lewis Hall.
Maybe one day.
5 years time.
There we go. Aaron Hughes was a liability defensively, says Christian Bacedas.
He got in the PFA Team of the Year 1 year.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Mighty win.
Well, because that's where we've put him, and he has to go into any all-time Newcastle United 11, I'll go with Colin Veitch. You could have placed him in anywhere in midfield, and it's a hell of a. But if that's the only place I can choose Colin Veitch for the team, then I go with Colin Veitch. But if I was going to pick Colin Veitch somewhere else in the team, I would have a real dilemma on my hands, because Frank Clark was a fantastic servant to the club.
Exactly.
I remember, you know, he went. I can't remember the exact stats now. He played something like 258 games and never scored a goal. And we were playing, I think it was Doncaster in a League Cup tie. We beat them 7-1 or something like that. And we were about 4-0 up. And Frank Clark scored a goal.
He did.
Well, the whole crowd went fucking berserk. Absolutely berserk, because Frank Clark had finally scored a goal. And the Southport players or the Doncaster players, whoever it was, the players were looking around here. What the hell's going on? Yeah, like, you know, they're already 4-0 up. But what's the big deal?
Mm-hmm.
And it was because Clarkey had scored a goal at last. It was one of those you had to be there moments, and it was just absolutely sensational.
Yeah. Shout out to Megan Cabby in the chat. All right. Well, who do you choose, man? You did a lot of blabbering.
And so I'm saying Frank Clark would be, and
gotta
because
choose.
obviously then went on to win a European Cup, albeit not with Newcastle, but that just showed how good he was.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But out of all the fullbacks I've seen play, Alan Kennedy is head and shoulders above anything else I've seen.
Really?
All right.
And of course, he went. Oh, that was when we were a selling club, so we sold him to Liverpool, and he went on to win caps and European Cups and all sorts.
Right. All right. Well, who's winning this one, DX?
Well, I think it's one each, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm going to go with. Well, I'm going to stick with my original choice, Frank Clark.
Oh,
There
so
we
we've got
go.
two Frank Clarks,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Okay, so Clark is left back.
Just because I don't know enough about Colin Veach. I know he was born
Yeah.
in the 1880s. I just don't know.
Yeah, well, I'll stick
Man, I
him
swear
in
to
left
God.
half.
If anybody, let me tell you something.
He's got to be in the team.
No, we're moving on from left back, man. We're right wing now. If anybody picks anybody other than Solano, I'm ending this stream again.
I could have done with some help
Fuck.
in this position.
I don't even know why in the hell Miguel Almiron is on this list. Best right wing, ladies and gentlemen, we got Roll Fox, Keith Gillespie, Nobi Solano, and Miggy Almiron. Man, we need to have more right wings, man.
That's the one position I couldn't really find many.
Well,
right
and not surprising, Dom, because for all we've got that wealth of superb players at left back, we've always struggled to get a decent right winger.
Mm.
You know, when you wish to buy a right winger every, suffice to say that Stuart Barraclough more or less made the right wing spot his own for about 8 or 9 years, and he wasn't all that really. You know,
what about
he had McDonald to feed, so his crosses didn't have to be very good for to be swallowed up. But
what about the Welsh winger? Was he a right winger? I forgot to put him in. Ivan Oldchurch or something.
Yeah,
no, Ivan Oldchurch was inside forward, inside left.
Oh, right, okay.
So,
Number 10.
listen, man, it doesn't matter who's on this list.
I think we know who's going to get this.
There can only be one winner right here, and that's that. Man, I swear to God, that big Rocket talking about Almiron 100%. And let me tell you something, Norberto Solano, man, beautiful right foot. Goalkeeper king. We need him to go. Not goalkeeper.
Mate, we're all going to go for Nobby, aren't we?
I mean, there's just no
set piece specialists.
And we've had him on the show.
Goal
go
scorer.
And watch the interview with Nobi Solano in the sit down. We do the sit down every now, which we got to bring the sit down back. But watch the sit down. Nobi Solano was on there. Warren Barton on there. We had a great chat. That's when Mighty Win was a fan. Wanted to get on the show. You know, he was knocking doors and everything. We tell him we don't have a place for an old man. He just kept stalking us, and he was able to get on eventually. But Nobi Solano, the legend, come on.
And we've never looked back since.
And we never looked back. Well, I looked back a couple of times, but anyways. So Nobi wins that one. All right. Christian says Solano was similar to Beckham, not the fastest though. Well.
He got he's right about he got the highest number of assists. I think Beckham was second over 3 years.
Beautiful right foot, man.
Yeah, he was fantastic.
Yeah. All right. Let's go with best left wing. Now we got a few options here. Now this is gonna be tough.
Because we
got Chris Waddle, David Ginola, Laurent Robert. Oh, that's gonna be my pick right there, man. Because that combination, Nobi and Laurent, was unbelievable. But then you got Anthony Gordon, Scott Sellers. Is that Jonas
Gutierrez?
Oh, Gutierrez. You can't spell his name, man.
It won't let me write in the
That was the name on his shirt.
Jonas Gutierrez. Yeah, he was good too, man. He was good for what we needed in the time. You see, people, we couldn't have won nothing in those times, but Jonas Gutierrez was a soldier, man, for that. But when it comes to players, then you got Terry Hibbett, another good one. Bobby Mitchell, Colin Veach. Now you know he was already on the left back.
I've
Okay,
moved him
well,
there as well. I thought I'd give
okay.
him a second
Then
chance.
Ivor, is it Ivor or Ivor? Ivor Allchurch.
Ivor Allchurch.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just gonna say Laurent Robert was magic, man.
Oh, what, man,
Just to give a shout out to Ivor Allchurch for anybody who's not familiar. Well, you'll probably be equally unfamiliar with a guy called John Charles, and John Charles played for Leeds and Wales, and he was the first big signing from England ever to move to Italy, and he is absolutely revered in Italy. He was a god when he played for Juventus.
Now, you know,
they still talk about him.
And he could play centre back and up front, couldn't he?
And he could play centre back as well. But the thing about the reason I'm bringing John Charles into the conversation is that he also played for Wales. And he played for Wales at the same time as Ivor Allchurch played for Wales. And he said that Ivor Allchurch was the best footballer he ever played with. Wow. That was it. Juventus and all the time he played in England.
Now the chat is pretty divided. Look, Kevin Hunter says Terry Hibbert was the best. Jordi Ginola. Then you got Robert, Christian Becerra saying Robert. Then you got Ian Fleming, Robert or Ginola, both class both of them. A lot of Ginolas, man. A lot of Ginolas. So anyways, Paul.
That's who it is. It's like picking your best toy. Ginola just ahead for me. He was sensational, but so they're all good. They're all good picks. And you know, so it's a nice list of people to pick from. But Ginola just wins it for me because I just love watching him play.
Yeah, Mighty Win.
Got to be my man, Laurent Robert.
Yeah,
Laurent Robert.
Man. Robert leaves Ginola standing with every stat you want to throw at him.
I love it.
Just look at the goals that Robert scored for us, man. Have a look at the reel. There's a reel on YouTube of all 34 goals.
Oh, nobody said Craig Bellamy, by the way. That is right.
Winger.
Well, not really left winger, was he?
No, he was a forward or a second striker.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what.
No, you
played left wing for Man City.
You can give Waddle a bit of a shout.
I bet he was all right.
Because he was good as a good. Yeah, no, I'm saying you can give him a shout, and you can certainly give Ginola a shout. Ginola magic. Anthony Gordon, of course, but he hasn't got the longevity yet for to be a legend.
No,
in the old time yet. Bobby Mitchell, of course, you know, cup winner. Colin Veach, if we want to pick him there, I'll get him in the team somewhere. Don't worry about that.
Just keep him in every column.
For me, left winger, Laurent Robert, all day, every day. I just love him. I love him.
I love him. All right, and then we got.
So who we got?
I got
who we go for?
Oh no, DX hasn't voted yet.
Yeah, I was actually originally gonna. I was thinking Chris. I was leaning towards Chris Waddle. But then I think maybe out of the two, so if we're talking Robert or Ginola, really, aren't we? They're the two choices now.
Really
so I was going to say, like, I agree with what Mighty Win said about Ginola only scored 7 goals for us in 2 seasons, and he got about 12 assists, I think. And Robert got 34 goals or whatever it was in 4 seasons. So he was getting a lot more goals, more assists.
And there was no tap-ins among them.
No, and neither of them did any defending. I think actually there's an interesting stat about Robert that he's the 2nd or 3rd highest ever free kick scorer in the Premier League, and he only played 4 years, which is amazing. So yeah, I'll just out of the 2, because I would have gone for Waddle, but I'm going to go for Robert.
And funnily enough, with the team we've got there, because we'll put Frank Clark at left back. And another funny thing that a lot of people don't know about Frank Clark is he was the fastest player in the league. Frank Clark, Supermac, won the sprint on the All Stars TV sort of fantasy show that they did at the time. And Supermac could have been a professional sprinter.
Yeah.
But
All
Frank Clark was faster than Superman.
Really?
Yeah,
All right. And who wins that? Who's winning this one?
Robert.
Robert? Yeah, of course. There you go. Did you hear that one, or was it?
Yeah, that was there.
Okay, good. Because I
Very
got a
good.
few sound effects right here. Look, it's for you, Mighty Win.
Wow, you've invested in some new
Oh, I got you. No, look at that.
audio.
Off the twat.
Off the twat.
Roy's here in spirit.
Roy, Roy, are you there?
Off the
He's-
twat.
There you go. All
He's
right.
sipping the twat in the sky.
Yep. All right. Okay. So now center back. How many center midfielders can we choose? 3, I would say.
No,
Right?
just one.
No, 2.
We're gonna play with 8 players.
Are we going 4-4-2, are we?
I think we're going 4-4-2, aren't we? I don't know.
Yeah, something
What do you
simple.
think?
Simple. Usually, yeah. I mean, 4-4-2.
Yeah, just use 4-4-2. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay. So we got
so
2.
we're
All right,
going to
well,
need a DM and an ACM.
We got Bruno Guimaraes, Robert Lee, Rob Lee, man. I just met him too. He signed my shirt, man. I gotta pick him. I gotta pick him, man. Hey,
Starstruck.
beer biking he's gonna be mad at me because he's like I'm picking everybody that I met. Rob Lee, Paul Gascoigne. Is that how you say that? Gascoigne?
Yeah, that's it. Gascoigne. Gaza.
Gaza. Gary Speed, Joe Linton. Ooh, Gary Speed, man. No, that's tough. Joe Linton, he's making his way, man. Not yet, but he's making. Johan Kabaj, Diddy.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Kabaj. Sorry, Kabaj. Johan Kabaj.
Dyslexic, Chris.
Joking ears back.
You're just trying to do a Terry, aren't you? You're just trying to do a Terry of the football terrace.
I read it wrong, man. And you got Didi Aman, David Batty. I've never heard of that player before.
David Batty, yeah, he was a good, solid player.
Mr. Penalty for England.
He did.
And then you got Lee Clark is good. Terry Hibbett again, man. Come on. Terry McDermott. Now that's good. Joey Harvey, Kieran Dyer, and Colin Veach again. Oh no, man. Come on, man. What is it? We're going until we pick Colin, then we're not gonna, I think they might win this. Okay, so
Don't worry, I'm gonna get him in.
we get to pick 2. So there we go. Somebody saying gotta get Bruno. Hey, Chris uses the same selection technique as Gareth Southgate. Hey man, hey Rob Lee grabbed me like this and he was hugging me, man. Like I was his best friend for 40 years. So I mean, how can you not pick that guy? You know what I mean? But listen, it's tough to pick current players, to be honest, because I mean they're still got a lot of career left, and that we're not that small of a club that we need to pick current players as legends. So we're not a small club anyway. But I'm gonna say, oh man, that's tough right here, man.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say Robert Lee. I'm gonna say Rob Lee and Gary Speed. So I'll rest in peace. So I'll say that Kieran Dyer is good
Nice
too.
balance.
But there we go. And shout out to Tiote, by the way, who was
Oh, yeah, I should have put him in.
passed away, but he was not a legend. But he, just honorable mention. So, Paul,
This is really difficult because Bruno could get in there. He
it's
really
all
could. Well, he
he's
could
got some moments.
because I've been watching the club for a long time, and he's one of the most gifted midfielders I've seen at Newcastle. Some of the things he does, would look good in Barcelona when they were at their best. So Bruno's a top player, really.
Yeah. Mention Jason Brown's the only guys that was admired by Pelé and Maradona, by the way. You're way up. This is all opinions, man. You say yours. But yeah, Gaza.
Gazza's got I mean Gazza's Gascoigne's in mine. It's just the second one. It's just Gascoigne and then who else? There's so many good people to pick from. It's an unbelievable. But it's hard not to put a case for Bruno just because of how much.
Can I give you a bit of guidance? Because I was told very first pick, it's what they did at Newcastle. Not what they did when they left Newcastle, what they did at Newcastle.
Right.
Because Gaza didn't really. We knew he was going to be good, but we got one good season out of him. All the rest, he was at Tottenham or Lazio or whatever.
Yeah, I'm still picking him.
There we go.
Good for you.
Don't try to
Thank
kill
you.
people. All right, let's keep
Yeah,
moving.
Gascoigne and Bruno. Gascoigne and Bruno.
Gascoigne
It's
and Bruno.
After, so Gary Speed
I
and
thought you were going to say Gaza.
Rob Lee.
Oh, yeah, you did say Gaza. Sorry.
One
All right,
vote
I'm-
each for Gary Speed, Rob Lee, Gaza, and Bruno.
No, you can't pick 4. You got to pick 2.
No, that's what I'm saying. So far, you've
Yeah. We've
You
got
picked 4
Gaza,
different
Bruno, Robert Lee, and Speed.
yeah, 1 each.
So what do you say?
So what? Right.
Mighty win.
So what am I saying? Well, I'm going to have Colin Veach in the team, and centre mid was his best position.
Oh, I wish I knew more about him.
So I'm having Veach in there, and then it gets tough. Tough. Has J7 done enough in midfield for us? You know, okay, he had the bad years under Cabbage Seed.
You'll be on top of Rob Lee, no. Or
To be
Cabbage Heat.
over the top of Gaza.
Cabbage
No, I've got to go with Gaza.
Yeah. Hey, that really tickled Paul, man.
Yeah, cabbage.
I've got to go with Gaza.
All right.
I've got every hope that if we did this show in 10 years' time, both Bruno and J7 would be in there.
Christian, shut the fuck up. You twat.
No way. All right. What? DX.
Okay. Right. So I was actually going to go with Rob Lee as well because he's the best all-round midfielder that I've seen.
And nobody thought Rob Lee was going to be like that. Like that. Rob Lee.
Scored goals.
Yeah.
He could defend. He could do a bit of everything. He even played as a sweeper under Bobby Robson at the end. The second one's a bit harder though because I don't think. Although I don't know enough about Charlie Veach or Colin Veach. Do you know? And I don't think Gaza. Although I think he had a couple of great seasons at Newcastle. I don't think he was like at his. He was at his peak for 1 or 2 years at the end, but not.
I would say we got a year out of him, a good.
But he was
year,
still
you know.
good the other years. He wasn't great. But what did we get? 4 years in total.
But he was just coming through, you know. He was
It's about 4 years. The
Bit
first
like
couple, or last couple. But anyway, the 2 I was going to go with were Bruno and Robert Lee. So I think I'll stick with that just to make things very complicated.
So definitely making a team.
So it's definitely in that case.
I got
Bruno
it.
We've got 2 votes each for 3 players. We've got
Ooh.
we've got 2 for Gaza, 2 for Bruno, and 2 for Lee.
So how do we divide? I'm happy to drop Bruno for Gaza if that makes it easier for people.
Well, yeah, I would. There's no. I mean,
but then I do think
well,
Bruno.
That means Bruno is definitely in.
No,
it would mean Gaza. If I drop Bruno for Gaza,
but it then means Lee's in. So it's Bruno and Lee.
Yeah, Bruno and Lee. There we go. All right. As far as center forwards, can we? How many players do we got left?
Right? Pretty sure it was Gaza and Lee, but that doesn't matter.
It's Gaza.
Danny Guthrie.
Yeah, it's Gaza and Leo, man. That's good. Don't put no.
I thought you said you were dropping.
I'm dropping Bruno because I'd picked Bruno just.
All right, so it's Lee and Gaza.
Yeah,
just to help it.
All right, yeah, we gotta move forward. So how many players we got selected right now?
We've got 9.
Right.
So
we've got 3 to go.
So we can get 2 strikers, or like a 10.
We've got the 4-4.
Yeah. So we got 2 more to pick, right?
2 more.
4-4-2. Yeah, sorry, 2 to go. 2 strikers.
2 strikers.
Yeah, it's gonna be very, very tough because a
this
lot.
Is a horrible one.
This is a really tough place to be in, ladies and gentlemen. So please pay attention and please put your your players, your selections in the comment chat right now.
Oh, it's hard.
Well,
It is.
It could be. Yeah. Well, I mean, one is easy, I guess you could say. Well, we got. Hold on. Les Ferdinand, Andy Cole, Peter Beardsley. Peter Beardsley, I'm telling you, man. Kevin Keegan, are you kidding me? Super Mac, Huey Gallagher. If it wasn't for Huey Gallagher, I mean, come on. He was the king of Newcastle
He's
in the earliest,
incredible.
in the fucking 1900s.
30s, I think.
When Mighty Wayne was 2, he was playing. Jackie Milburn, Demba Ba,
Yeah.
Alan Shearer, the great Alan, Craig Bellamy, Louis Remy, Duncan Ferguson, Papi Cisse, Tino Sprilla, wow, Wynn Davis, Lynn White, Albert Shepard, George Robledo, Alexander Isak, who is actually, he's got a stat closer to Alan Shearer that I don't know what stat it is, but they were mentioning it.
Home games scored on the trot.
Very tough. Even though Alan Shearer, I mean, you just got to pick him, don't you? I mean,
well, yeah, of course.
even though Alan Shearer the top goal scorer for Newcastle United in history?
Yep.
Unless you include Milburn's wartime goals, yeah.
Because people, you include that. Listen. Now it's not just Premier League, man. You go out there and play when it's wartime, acting like now.
Yeah, but wartime there weren't proper games. There weren't league games. There was no league. They were just friendlies.
Yeah.
There was no competition.
Right. That's true.
So you're going to tell me that the what we won in the early 20s don't matter?
But Len White's the one for me. When I say the one for me, the dilemma for me, because I'm old enough to have spoken to lots of fans in the past who are no longer here, sadly, but who themselves were old enough to have seen Huey Gallagher, Jackie Milburn, Super Mac, Shearer.
Hey, Super Mac was serious, man.
Well, I'm saying they were old enough to have seen all of those. And if you ask all of those people who were old enough to have seen that whole lot play, they all say Len White. You know, they don't pick any of them. They all say Len White was the best goal scorer ever saw.
A lot of people are saying Hugh Gallagher, Jackie Milburn, Sprilla. Why is he not there? He's on the list. You just got to vote him.
Spears on the list.
Now listen. Now Power Ranger is coming on he's on the other list. And then we got Shearer, Andy Cole. A lot of Shearer and Andy Cole. So, but all right. Well, listen. Let's get to it because we got to move on. So I'm obviously I got to say Alan Shearer. So I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go Peter Beardsley. No. Take that back. I'm going to I'm gonna say Alan Shearer right behind him, King Kev, because nobody's mentioned King Kev. Are you kidding me? So I'm gonna say King Kev and Alan.
So it's the Latchford Keegan, not Latchford, man. It's the Toshak Keegan Little and Large show.
Yeah. So
Shearer Keegan.
It's Alan Shearer and Andy Cole. There's no argument.
Wow, very decisive. Okay.
There's no argument. Yeah.
No controversy there. Just straight to the point. Oh man, I'm just gonna wait for your response before I attack you.
Well, I'm going with Alan Shearer. And as disgraceful as it is not to have Beardsley or Keegan in the team, which is crazy. So that would need some tweaking as far as I'm concerned. But the way we've done it, I've got to go with Len White, just by virtue of the combined knowledge of hundreds of years watching Newcastle, of various people that I've spoken to over the years who were lucky enough to have seen Gallagher, Milburn, Mighty Wayne, MacDonald, and Shearer all play, and they all say Len White was better than a lot of them.
All right.
So I'm going to
DX,
take
give
their
me your-
knowledge on board.
DX, give me your selection so before I attack the mighty win.
Well, we've already had Alan Shearer's already picked, isn't he?
So
I may as well go
Shearer's
for
a given then.
two totally different players to that. So I was going to pick Beardsley anyway.
Pick up,
And
man.
I think what I'll do is I'll
Well,
go
so
with
you're-
Huey Gallagher.
So that leaves us, and now everybody's gone for Shearer, fair enough.
I
So
didn't
that
go for
now
Shearer
leaves
just
us
because he's already
between-
picked. So
We've got a choice between Cole, Keegan, White, or Beardsley
Well, he
did
said
they all
Beardsley.
get 2 votes?
for the
One vote.
second spot.
No, but I also voted for Huey Gallagher. I went for Huey Gallagher and Peter Beardsley.
There we go.
But
So
you-
Peter
But
Beardsley.
Shearer gets 3 to your
Yes.
1,
Peter Beardsley goes on. Then.
Gallagher.
You got
Yeah.
two. You got 2 votes. So
Oh,
Paul.
Beardsley got 2. Yeah.
All right. So
Wait, no, who else voted for him?
not me.
Oh, right. Okay, there you go then.
No, I said King Kev.
You said
Oh,
Keegan.
sorry. Damn it.
Uh,
You said Shearer, Keegan.
Yeah, I did.
Wait, did they all get 1 vote? Because then
Because
Huey
I got an 82 shirt hanging here, man. So I gotta pick Kevin, man.
So wait, this
Beer
is out of
Black is not coming again. You know, it's
this is
I
out of Cole, Keegan, Gallagher,
got
Len White, and
well,
Beardsley.
We've got
Yeah.
3 for Shearer,
1 for the others.
1 for Gallagher, 1 for White, 1 for Beardsley, 1 for Keegan, and 1 for Cole.
so somebody's gotta.
Somebody's got to change their vote, sway the vote. Put your point.
Let me tell you.
Well, Shearer's definitely in, so let the people decide.
Okay, the
okay,
reason I picked Gallagher. Why don't we all say why we picked? It's because he's got the best goals ratio out of any of the players, and he was just an
Okay,
amazing.
we're gonna put it to a vote. So
Well,
we got
he actually hasn't. Albert Stubbins has
Hold
got the
on.
best.
Has he?
record.
I didn't even look
Beards,
up that.
Beardsley, Len White. Then we got Andy Cole
And Huey Gallagher
and Huey.
and Peter
Yeah,
Beardsley.
needs.
How do you spell Huey?
And
It
Peter
doesn't look right.
Beardsley was the other one. Can we do
Just put
5?
Gallagher. How would you spell Gallagher?
There we go. Here. How do we spell? I hope I spelled it right. It doesn't look right in caps.
Hughie.
That's what
I
I
must
did.
say, my favorite
There
player
we go.
was
The poll is up. The poll
Yeah.
is up. So vote for your second best striker right now. So there you go. All right, let's move on. And
Except you haven't got Gallagher there.
huh?
Was Gallagher
You
not
haven't
on?
got Dom's. You haven't got Dom's pick in there.
Why?
I don't think people will go for Gallagher anyway, will they?
Hugh is there. It's 4 people. It's Beardsley, Len White, Andy Cole, and Huey.
And Keegan.
Oh, Keegan.
It doesn't matter. You can't do 5 in the vote, can you?
Yeah, you can't. He's on the.
All right. Oh well, I didn't
Anyways,
know that.
We'll wait on that. All right, I'm gonna kill the mighty win because twice he's made people believe that he's the wish mighty win, and he certainly is. But he told me that's why he fell in love with football and King Cave. He never picks the people that he loves watching play. Makes no sense.
I was already well in love with football before King Kev came.
Yeah, well,
King Kev was the enemy when I started watching football.
Wow.
all right. Let's go with the best manager that's going to manage this team. Quickly. And we're going to go with Joey Harvey. You got Kevin Keegan. Now there we go. We can put my man right there. Sir Bobby. Oh, fuck. Sir Bobby Robson. We can pick assistant manager too. Eddie Howe, Alan Pardew, Chris Houghton, or
Yeah.
Chris Heaton.
and Glenn Roeder. So this is
They're not really. A couple of them are not going to make the cut.
yeah,
I've missed out some of the older managers. I was hoping Win would add them, but we didn't
No,
get
it's
to
okay,
that one.
man. Ain't nobody remember
Well, Colin Veitch was one of them.
Was he Colin Veitch? Okay.
Yeah.
that. Well, Colin Mitchell, he gonna put him as a water boy, man. It does. We'll get in there at some point.
Hey, honest to God, all you Newcastle fans in there, read about Colin Veitch. He's an absolutely unbelievable person.
Yeah,
Was
don't,
he
don't,
good
read,
manager?
don't read about Charlie Beach because he's another.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Charlie.
He's another thing.
Great,
Okay,
great
so let's get moving.
In fact, it was just a fortnight ago that the people that put the blue plaques up.
Yeah.
Actually put a blue plaque outside the house in Heaton, where he lives,
Ah,
or where he was born. One of the two. Can't
cheeky
remember.
little devil.
Nice.
Yeah, all right.
He
Hold
is a
on.
legend.
It's taken like over 100 years for to get the recognition he deserves.
Was he a good manager though?
Folks, we gotta move. We
Well,
gotta move.
at the time, they didn't have a manager. They had a selection committee.
Okay.
So nobody,
But they
everybody,
Colin
ignoring
to go on the selection committee.
me. Everybody's ignoring me. We gotta move forward.
listen,
And then they made him a director.
We gotta do
and
the
then
work. We gotta do the
He
work.
was
All right,
Mr.
listen.
Newcastle.
Are you kidding me?
Shut
Shut
up,
the
man.
hell
What's the
up.
rush?
Anyways, King Kev or Sir Bobby Robson. Anybody else is there to pick up?
Colin Veach for me.
You're trash, man. You're trash. Sir Bobby Robson, man. You gotta. You know what? Somebody else is gonna pick.
So
Something.
I'm going to say, oh god, out of those two,
Let's
Kevin
do manager.
Keegan.
And,
Kevin
let's do
Keegan.
manager and assistant manager, please.
Oh, okay. Kevin Keegan and Terry McDermott.
All right, so I'm gonna say Sir Bobby Robson and Kevin Keegan helping that. I don't think they can get along either.
No, I
One
don't
of
think
them's
so.
gonna have to be the boss.
He dropped
But-
him from the England side.
Well, I'm going to say Sir Bobby Robson and Eddie Howe.
Man,
Well, that could
because
work.
Eddie could do all the training, all the routines, all of the and Bobby does the team talk and the pat on the back and the kick up the arse and all the good work that he does there.
Yeah.
And Eddie would remember all the players' names for him.
all right. Well, there you go, Paul.
Joe Harvey and King Kev.
Nice. Okay, so Mighty Win. Quickly, man. We got
I've already said Robson and Howe.
okay, yeah. DX.
Robson and Green for me. No, I'm going to go with the same as Paul. Actually, I just it was Joe Harvey and Kevin Keegan.
Oh, so Kevin Keegan.
So the only multiples are Harvey and Keegan. Nobody else went for Sir Bobby, did they?
I did.
Oh, you did, right? So we've got two.
Okay, then
Keegans.
I'll go Sir Bobby and Keegan. There you go. Then we've got
There
three.
we go. Yes, King. I got the shirt right there hanging, man. 82 Umbro.
So you've abandoned Joe Harvey, the last
I have.
manager to win a domestic trophy.
Yeah, but
Shame on
before
you,
our time.
Tom. Shame
Yeah.
on you.
Gutted.
I'm a disgrace.
All right. So
Leaving the ship at the last minute. Never
okay,
mind.
so as far as the striker is concerned, the second striker, nobody voted for Lynn White, no matter what the Mighty Win said, talking about everybody else.
That doesn't
What is it?
surprise me.
Well, Beardsley wins with 65%.
Yeah, that's probably about right, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with
The
it.
cricket
He's a
chin. The chin.
Great
Anybody
player.
call the chin? Yeah.
So our final 11 then
All right, go on.
is have we got a graphic to put them in or not? No, just read them out.
That's gonna be later on, man.
Okay, so we've got
Oh, we'll
Shea
put 'em-
Given in goal, a back four of Trips, Woodgate, Moncur, and Frank Clark.
Nice.
A midfield four of
Clark.
Solano, Rob Lee, Gaza, and Robert. Look at that,
That's
frightening.
tasty. That's
And a
really
front
tasty.
two of Shearer and Beardsley. Anybody
Yeah.
fancy taking that on?
Now,
We can't complain about
that's best right there, boy.
that. That's strong.
And we're gonna post them on all social media in our community of the
That's
channel.
pokey.
Stay tuned for that one. Now that is, man. I don't know a lot of defending though. We're gonna have to defend somewhere. But okay, so let's go with the worst. This is a favorite part. We got folks. We got probably 30 minutes to do this because my family's waiting on me to go eat dinner.
Yeah, we can do it.
so-
We can do it.
All right, let's go start with goalkeepers. So we got Mike Hooper, Jack Alnwick, John Carlsey,
Carelsa.
Carlson, Matt Sells, Dave Bezant, Freddie Woodman. So as far as Freddie Wood, I'm gonna say Matt Sells.
Yeah, Matt Sells is mine.
Matt Sells is mine.
Jack
Even
Aln-
though he's pulling up traded for us now.
I was going to say Jack Alnwick, so it's Matt Sells then, because two of you went for that.
Right. So we've got Sells.
Okay, Sells is there. Worst center back we
Gotta
got.
pick two.
Oh, you got to pick, bro.
No, we've got to pick two. We've got to pick two centre backs.
So
Oh yeah, center backs. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got man. Somebody say these names because
John Allen Boomsong. David
David Beharral.
Beharral.
Marcelino, Mark Stimson, Ronnie Johnson, Claudio Casapa,
Oh,
Sol Campbell, Zurab Kishensvili. Ochiguchi Onwenyu. Hey, yeah, he wasn't the worst.
He wasn't
And
great.
Grant Hanley.
And I'm gonna go with Sol Campbell and Marcelino. The two trash.
Nah, it's got to be Campbell and Boom Song, man. Fuck
Yeah,
him.
Boomsong has to be.
Yeah, both songs.
He has to be in there.
Those are the worst. Damn. All right, mighty win.
Marcelino and Boomsong.
Yeah. Marcelino moves
well,
so.
Definitely going with Boomsong, but I don't think Marcelino was as bad a player as Casapa because he was completely done by the time we got him. So I'm going to go with what's his name, Boomsong and Casapa.
So Boomsong's definitely in. So now we've got a 3-way tie between Marcelino, Sol Campbell, and who was
Casapa.
So I think Marcelino wins
and Sol Campbell. Sorry.
Yeah, so it's Bjornsson and
Let's have a think.
Marcelino, right?
Marcelino and Campbell. Why don't we go with Campbell was pretty bad, but I still think Casapa was worse.
Hey, Chris,
I ain't changing my mind on Marcelino.
Hey, Christian Buzzard, I'm starting to change my mind on you, man, because like Casapa was class. Well, class of what? The class of when did he graduate secondary school?
He got subbed off after 20 minutes against Colts.
Man. All right, so who won this one?
I guess. Well, okay, I don't think Marcelino was as bad as the other ones, but can anyone switch to Campbell?
You got, shut up, man. Marcelino, he got paid 3 years for doing note because he had a broken little finger.
I know. When he played, he wasn't as terrible as some of the others.
David Behar, yeah, that too. All right. Well,
okay, let's go with Marcelino. I'll go with Marcelino. Then go on.
Marcelino,
twisted my arm.
Got to be in there. The great,
Boomsong and Marcelino.
Certainly the worst ever buy.
I struggled with bad right backs, by the way, so I didn't get many in here. So Chris,
no, well, we got to pick one. That's fine. Right backs, we got Jesus Gomez, Stephen Carr, Elvis Bajabzabzada, and then Jamie Sterry. So
that's the L.
Jamie Sterry, gosh.
I couldn't think of any other ones.
I'll go Jesus Gomez.
Yeah, it's got to be Gamez, man. What a fucking waste of money.
I was going to go with Stephen Carr myself.
No, Gamez wins by a street.
Gomez. Yeah, there we go. So Gomez wins it. So we go to worst left back now. Carl Sarant, Wayne Quinn, Jamal Lewis. Jamal Lewis. Oh, Jamal Lewis made the list, man. Celestine Babayaro, Agraf Lazar, and Danny Rose. Jamal Lewis, man, that's tough, man. Carl Sarant.
It's Lazar for me. Another waste of money. Absolute donkey.
Yeah, thanks, Rafa.
I'm easy with either Sarant, Quinn, or Lazar. All equally as
well, if you
bad.
go with Sarant.
Well picked, Dom. Well picked. Good selection.
I actually think Danny Rose, because he was a talented player, but he was so awful. But two of you have kind of gone down the Sarant route, so we should go with that.
Yeah.
Carl Sarant.
Right. All right. Then we go with the right wing and left wing. First, right wing, we got Fabrizio Pancrate. Depends how you say his name, but Gary Brady, George Jordiadis. God dang. Jeremy, Yoshinori Muto, Brian Kerr. Yoshinori Muto. Are you kidding me, man? Why did you put a
Martin Britton? That's a bit harsh, you know.
I put an asterisk by his name because he was bought as a striker, but he ended up playing on the right wing most of the time.
Diego Gavilán. Are you kidding me? Gabriel Oberton. So wow, that's quite a list. I think like the harder to pronounce their names, the worse they get. I don't know. I'll go with Yoshinori Muto.
Come on, mate. It's Jeremy, man. Come on, man. What was he? What on earth was that? Dear me. It's terrible.
Oh man, Hey,
It's
Jeremy
got to be.
or Almiron. Almiron looked like a Premier League legend. Next to Jeremy. Okay, so Mighty Win.
Yeah, Jeremy, without a
Yeah,
doubt.
it's got to be.
Brazilian.
Oh, really?
Oh, what have we got here? Come on. Couldn't wait for him to get on the pitch and see what he could do. Fuck
Well, he's
me.
Brazilian.
He was garbage.
He was Brazilian, but he was made in China.
he was the Timu Brazilian.
Oh God.
Well, I was going to go with Yoshinori Mutu, so that throws a bit of a spanner in the works.
So that's a split. The two Jeremys, two
split.
Mutus.
No,
Let the
I'm
people
gonna go with
choose.
Jeremy too. I'll switch.
You know,
mine.
with Jeremy. Okay.
Oh, we've already got one Jeremy in the Ian Fleming's Jeremy.
Jeremy was about 46 when he
Jeremy.
signed him, though.
Alberto,
Overtime Jeremy
Hey.
too.
Terrible.
I'm putting Jeremy in because there's 2 votes for him already. And
yeah.
here we go. Vasadas. Jeremy was at Real Madrid. I know.
He was.
That's why we thought he might be some good. but how sadly wrong were we?
All right.
He was
We
finished.
gotta go left wing.
Oh, man.
This is a good one. Remy Cabella, good choice. Florian Thauvin, that's a good choice. Sylvia March, Sylvia March, okay. Damien Duff, Nacho Gonzalez, Albert Luque, Shane Ferguson.
Get fucking Colin Veach out of there, you twat. Thought you could sneak that one in, did you?
I'm gonna pick Callum Beach. Yes.
We'll go for Colin Beach. That'd be a good.
Yeah. Come on, man. Valentino Lazaro, Shane Ferguson. But no, I'll actually go with Albert Luque.
And Shane Ferguson's a bit harsh as well because he
It's
was
a
a
bit
left
harsh,
back, not a
like-
left wing.
I couldn't think of too many options. Oh, we got a few there.
We
Right?
went for Luque.
Yeah, Luque right there, man. Albert Luque.
Oh, I might go for Damien Duff, you know.
I think it's a bit harsh. He
No,
did
he was
okay in a few
terrible.
I
games.
think
for us.
Thauvin.
He relegated us.
Yeah,
Well,
everybody.
he was part of the team that
walked
got
out.
relegated, but that wasn't. He was one of the few. For me, he was one of the
Oh.
few players who did a
You
bit,
played-
tried a bit.
No,
His own
no.
goal that put us down.
Come on, Derek. No way.
His own goal that put
He
us
had no
down.
spine. He didn't want to be there.
Hit the likes, folks. Hit the likes. We're about to end the show too soon, but don't stay there.
Good for everyone else.
That's bad presenting, by the way, telling people we're about to end the show when we still got a bit, and
We
then
got 20
people
minutes.
start leaving. So that's I get reprimanded. My man Ali McCoy's gonna reprimand me. All right, so might win. Oh no, did you Paul? Did you vote, Paul?
Damien Duff for me.
Damien Duff. All right, might win.
I'm going to go with Marvel again because we expected so much. You know, everybody at the time was compared. He's going to be the next Ginola and all this, and I think he came on for 10 minutes his first game, and he looked a bit of a player. And when he started the next game, he was fucking garbage.
Injured all the time, wasn't he?
He was bad.
And of course, everybody's frightened to sort of gone, fucking hell, what are you doing? You know, because with him being new, everybody was giving him a chance, but by half time, that had all gone out the window, and I got that fucker off.
Yeah, he wasn't good.
Okay, so who?
So Marvo for me. So we've got a Duff, a Marvo, and a what did you say, Chris?
Luque.
I said Luque, but who has to bend their arm?
Well, I will go with. So I was going to go for Duff or Luque.
Mm.
Oh, I'm just torn between the fact that I despise Damien Duff more than Luque, but Luque was a worse player. I go with Damien Duff just because I think he just had no intention of really trying for us, and he had the talent. That's the sad thing.
Well, I think that's harsh, but that's what it's all about.
Yep.
Yeah,
all right,
not
there we go. So now we go to center mids. So we get to pick two. We got options here for Maka, MD Faye, Sim De Jong, Henry. Oh my God, yo,
Henri Seve.
Henri Seve, Des Hamilton. Des Hamilton. Wow, John Thomason, Stephen Ireland, Brian Peter, as you know.
Penis.
Christian Bassidas, you're in the chat. Jeff Hendrick, Jamie McLean, Dan Goslin.
Oh, that's harsh as well.
It's a bit harsh.
Dan
And-
Gosling's harsh.
Never been to
Well, I thought Stephen Island was harsh as well. but
Nabil Bentaleb as well. Well, Stephen Ireland only played 2 games for us on loan, and he was just a disappointment, I think.
yeah.
But yeah, the last few were Jamie McLean, Dan Gosling, Jack Colback was probably a bit harsh as well.
And
Nabil
we've also
Bentaleb.
got to put in there the worst player I have ever seen in my whole life watching Newcastle. Worse than any of those on that list.
Oh, go
Is
for
a
it.
guy called Pat Hurd, who Jackie Charlton signed from Sheffield Wednesday. And if he's a footballer, I'm an opera singer. So there you go.
I've heard
Okay,
you sing.
So I'll vote for Des Hamilton.
Yep.
You get 2 picks.
You don't want a 2 here.
Des Hamilton and Brian Penis.
Just because he's got a funny name.
I can't believe they gave it. Yeah,
He's a prick.
your last name, man.
Yeah.
You got
Mine's Sarve and Bentaleb. What a bunch of wasters.
Oh,
Absolute tosh.
yeah.
Maybe Fumaka. Oh shit, Fumaka. Oh my god, he was terrible as well. There's too many bad ones. Fumaka was terrible.
Terrible. All right. Now this is a nice comment right here. Harpaul says, "Love Uncle Win, proper old school with the tune knowledge for his younger ones."
Thank you, Harpal.
Shout out to Hayden as well. Alberton was horrific. Yeah, certainly was. All right, so Mighty Win.
Des Hamilton for me and Pat Hurd.
Oh my god.
I'd love to see this team play.
Let's see play the best team. See what scores.
I'd love to see the best team play the worst.
The worst.
It'd be interesting.
We got to put it on PS5, man. We got to put it on. We can make it happen. All right, DX.
I'm going to go with Fumaka and Des Hamilton.
Yeah,
So
Des-
Hamilton's a starter.
Hamilton's in.
I'll change my pick to Fumaka too. So Fumaka.
Yeah,
He
too.
was
okay.
terrible.
Well, there we go.
Fumaka. Yeah.
Another Brazilian makes the worst 11.
Al Bentleb has got away with this 11.
He'll be on the bench.
Yeah.
All right. Shout out to Bob, by the way. I'm seeing for the first time on the channel. So thank you. Says Duff was way better than Cisco. Duff won the Premier League and was on multiple Premier League teams of the year.
Did
Cisco
he win
didn't
the
stay on
Premier
the
League,
left wing.
Newcastle?
But when it came to Newcastle, it wasn't that. Yep. All right. So we got to pick 2 more strikers to finish this wonderful team. We got Andres Anderson, Emmanuel Riviere, Jose Lu. That's tough. I mean, even though you're right, but to put him on the
It
list.
wasn't that bad, really.
But he's young, man. He was too young. Nile Ranger, he's definitely gonna be one of my pick because he was like he's choosing. I want to be a criminal over a footballer. I think that's better. That just goes way beyond anything I can think of. Then Stefan, how do you say his last name?
Givosh,
Luke the Young.
French World Cup winner.
Luke the Young, another tough one though, because he was young. Then Paul Dalglish. Paul Dalglish, I mean, and manager. He got 2 positions. But Ian Rush, Cisco, Islam Slimani, Michael Bridges, Michael Chopper. Hey man, I'm not gonna let
Chopper's.
no, that's tough
We
right
got
there.
1 goal.
Michael Chopper follows me.
Yeah,
on
well,
Twitter.
you never got picked.
Michael Chopper follows me on
He's
Twitter.
not
I'm not going to accept this here.
He wasn't that good, that boy.
And then Seydou Doumbia, Shefki Cookie,
Cookie.
Happy Cookie.
Cookie. And Billy Whitehurst. Big Billy. That's who you'd want in a fight with you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to say Nigel Ranger. I just did not understand. He was literally, he's like, when I grow up, I want to be a criminal, not a footballer. And they get, but no, you be a footballer. No, man, I want to be a criminal. And he just, yeah. And then who else? That's tough, man. But I'll say Riviere.
Oh, good pick. Good pick.
Mine's too easy. Cisco and Sheftakuchi. Waste of time, both of them.
Mine's somebody who's not on there, who's
Here,
very successful footballer, won Champions Leagues and all sorts, but not with us. And for a very specific reason, I'm picking Anderson and Thomason.
Thomason was
Because
on
Kenny
there.
Dalglish came to town. He sold Asprilla and Ferdinand and bought Anderson and Thomason. And they were the worst two strike, and they effectively single-handedly
Well-
destroyed the entertainers.
Now,
Thank
one
you.
thing.
And good night. That's the pick.
I put Thomason in midfield because he was more of a midfielder, wasn't he?
Now, one
Well,
thing though.
we signed him as a striker.
Michael Owen's not on the list, but I mean, he was just a shite person to Newcastle, to be honest.
Yeah.
But not he was.
27 goals in 54 games is shite.
Well,
Don't be stupid. man.
30 and 79 in all comps.
No,
wasn't
but see this. He not understanding the point. He not understanding the point. He was shite person to Newcastle. You know, he
Mm.
just wanted to leave. He was fucking bad attitude, but he wasn't a shite player. He wasn't a shite player. I mean, he was all right, and obviously, in Liverpool he did all right. And so
Tell you what it is. If you put Michael Owen in this shite 11, he would probably still score goals. none of the ones we are picking would.
No, you can't. You can't. But look, Michael Owen is a twat. We hate him.
He's
but
a
you
twat.
not-
We hate him exactly, but you can't
You
can't
still
deny
score
his
goals
power.
in Newcastle as much as you can hate him.
yeah. All right, so DX.
Yeah. So for me, my easiest pick of the whole night, Emmanuel Riviere. He scored one league goal for us where he fell over on his bum. The ball hit him on the leg and somehow looped over the goalkeeper when he was 1-on-1.
Great goal. Great goal.
Yeah, you've got to look at it if you haven't. And then the other one was, I had a really obvious pick as well for the second one, actually. Oh, Ian Rush, because he was just so past it by the time he came to us.
Well, he did get us through to the cup
Well,
final.
that was only because John Barnes put it on the goal line and he just
Well, that didn't matter.
he was just there. And I'm not convinced he even touched that ball. I think the defender put it in the net. But anyway, it's another story, I guess. So Ian Rush
Look at the record books.
Ian Rush and Emmanuel Riviere.
Manuel Riviere.
So
Okay,
Riviere
so
must be in, right?
There we go. So who makes it? They all make it, right? Riviere.
Well, we had three Rivieres, didn't we?
I
Yeah.
think so.
And
And
then
we had a Ranger, a Rush, and you were Cisco.
Cisco and Sheftakuchi, I said.
well, you know what? Cisco was
Cisco's got a couple of assists and a goal, though. I don't know.
well, Cisco was
Come
probably
on. What are you
Cisco-
God, I'm not hearing
Except
it.
for Andy Carroll's hat trick.
hey, this is for Beer Viking. Cisco was gonna
My two are out of it, so
Cisco was gonna be my option too. So I'm gonna change it to Cisco and
well,
also
that's it then.
we might get Hal Ranger on the show, by the way. So, you know,
That would be a good guess, actually. It'd be
Hal,
interesting.
Hal Ranger gonna come on the show, and I'm gonna hide the comments. See, anything that way you guys don't, he doesn't see what you're saying.
And so the final lineup is.
We've got to
Oh,
get
by the
the-
way, well, wait a minute. I'll tell you the final lineup. Sells, Matt Sells, Gamez, Marcelino, Boomsong, and Serrant.
Oof.
Behind Jeremy, Hamilton, Fumacher, and Duff. with a front two of Riviere and Cisco.
Oh my God.
No, that's
Now, who
crazy.
can possibly make them any worse? Because let's
I've got
do
an
the
idea.
manager.
I've got an idea.
And again,
Because-
tomorrow, actually, we're gonna show them. I wanna get the graphics and all that, both teams, and we're gonna share them all across social media. And tomorrow on the show, we're gonna have them as well. Well, no, tomorrow is Mac, so we'll probably have to wait until like Saturday or something. I don't know what we're doing, but we're gonna show them on the show as well. That way, you guys, I'm disappearing over here. Well, something's going on.
Where you going?
I know. Okay, so now worst manager to manage these numpties. We got Sam Allardyce.
Who's going to completely ensure that they don't score a goal or win a game?
John
I know.
John Carver. We got Joe Kinnear, just passed away, but we're not gonna. We say RIP already, so that's now. If we need to pick him, we need to pick him. Steve McLaren, Kevin Dalglish. Oh yeah, that's just because I'm pissed off at Dalglish, man. That's why. Grammy Soundness,
Graham
Rude
Souness.
Gullet. Oh,
Graham
what a
Souness.
numpty Rude Gullet.
me.
Steve Bruce. Oh my God. We're gonna pick manager, assistant, and coach for this pick. And then Jack Charlton. Yeah, I'm not playing. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna pick two. So I'm gonna say just because he ruined the damn entertainers, I'm gonna pick Kenny Dalglish, and he doubled down on that Rude Gullet. He was just a numpty, man. But that'd probably be Sir John's fault for putting a guy that was never a manager. So maybe just because I don't like Cabbage Heat, I'm just gonna take Rude out and put Cabbage Heat in there. But Rude, I'm watching you, man.
So Douglas and Bruce for you.
Bruce, yes.
I can't believe it. It's Bruce with John Carver as his assistant. Come on.
Oh God! Oh no!
It writes itself.
Oh
Can't
Jesus!
The
The
Yeah,
dream,
yeah.
the dream team, finally.
It's Bruce Douglas for me. I'm going with Chris's the other way around. Like I would have Bruce manager and Douglas bog washer.
on the dog leash.
But I'm gonna go.
Jason Brown says Douglas almost won the FA Cup. Yeah, but
So did Hullet.
so did Rude. Gullet.
That's what kept him in the job for half a season. The fact they were still in the cup.
Exactly.
Which is actually that's another thing that Russia's got going against him, because if he hadn't scored that goal, Douglas would have been sacked sharper.
Yes, he would have. Yeah.
What a
And
nightmare.
the same with Hullet the following year. If we hadn't been in the FA Cup, he would have been gone long before he was.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Right, I'm
can
gonna
anybody
go with.
repeat the team?
Well, wait,
I
I'm
know.
gonna just give
but
my
we need Dom's manager.
Oh,
So
sorry,
I'm going to John Carver as the manager, and I want Kenny Dalglish to be his assistant. I think.
There you go.
Oh well, we've got a three-way tie then.
John Carver
We've
must
got,
have a few votes.
we've got a
Bruce is in.
three-way between Bruce, Douglas, and Carver.
Oh, well,
Fucking hell.
Carver's got to go in, right? We all agree on that.
He has to, surely.
He's the best coach in the country, man.
Yeah.
Do you remember when he came out with that?
Yeah, I do. I think the funniest one would be Bruce and Carver, because it could just be two bumbling buffoons.
I think
I know, but then
I
Douglas
think
is
all
getting away with it.
Yeah.
But I'll go along with that. Go on.
it should
I'll
be all
change
three.
mine to Carver.
It should be all three. No, it should be all
All
three.
three. Let's do all three.
To be fair, yeah.
Dalglish in charge of
Bruce
transfers.
and Carver managing those donkeys, eh? Wow.
Against King Kev.
Oh,
Bloody hell.
God. Are you kidding me, man?
Hey,
All right.
dear
Well,
God.
there we go, folks. That is your best and worst 11. We're going to share them all on social media. So follow us everywhere: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. What else is there out there? Even Threads. Not much going on there, but we got Threads. And what else do we got? TikTok at NUFC Talk TV. At NUFC Talk TV. And follow us there. You're going to see it all over the place, as well as the community of this channel right here. So listen, we had a great show, a lot of laughter. That's what it's all about. Looking at all these numpties play for Newcastle.
Never forget Johan
And a
Cabbage.
big shout out to Dom
Johan
for compiling those lists.
Johan Kevich was
Oh,
started
thank you.
here. You remember where you saw it. Anyways, I appreciate your support. Smash the likes. And let me see. Just so people out there, because I got a second channel going, and it's about we're gonna do watch alongs and stuff for other teams. So subscribe to that one. I just dropped it in the chat. Go subscribe to that channel. We did the Liverpool game today with the mighty win, and we probably have another game in the week. But we're gonna be doing like England games and stuff like that. Maybe the US. Hey man, the USA of America. That's the same thing.
USA.
Anyways, so go and subscribe to that one. I appreciate everybody's support. Thank you so much, and we shall see you tomorrow for the American Mags show. Anyways, folks, appreciate it. We shall see you tomorrow. Bye bye.